Jacob. Why don't we use the word Jacob? So the people of Jacob, that's what it is. It's not the land. This is something we need to know, because people claim, and so many of our Jewish brothers, and when I say brothers, I'm talking of the non-Zionists. Remember something, a Zionist is a person who believes that this land of Israel is ours. We will claim it and steal it from the Palestinians, and we need to create a state for ourselves there. That person is called a Zionist. Do you know there are hundreds of thousands of Jews, if not, perhaps maybe it goes into the millions, who are not Zionists. They believe we are not supposed to have that land. It's not ours. We know the truth. Do you know? There are so many. Now, because of social media, we have found out, we have seen them, we have watched them say things that, listen, I am Jewish and I believe that we're not supposed to be having that land. It belongs to the Palestinians. And we come from either Europe or America or anywhere in the world. But ever since they were young, they go to their schools, like what we would call a madrasa, and they were never taught the truth. They were always taught, your land is Israel. You need to go back. You need to go back. They were taught that the only place that a Jew would be safe is Israel, when the truth is actually the opposite. The only place that a Jew is unsafe is Israel. That's the truth. They need to think about this. It's a fact. From 1948 to this minute, there is no peace there. So how can you lie to your people that the only place where the Jews will be safe is Israel, when the truth is exactly the opposite? The only place that they will be unsafe is Israel. There are Jews amongst us in this community, perhaps in this city of Bulawayo, as well as in Harare. They are very safe. They are very safe. There are Jews in America and Britain and everywhere else across the globe. In fact, in the Middle East, there are Jews in Iran, there are Jews in Algeria, there are Jews in so many other countries. Did you know that? Are you aware of that? There is healthy Jewish communities in many of these countries. They are so safe. So the only place they are not safe is a place they stole. They stole the land. They went in just like the colonizers did. If you know the colonization of Zimbabwe and how it happened, exactly the same way they went to colonize this place. And they used religion in order to fool the people. And that's what they did everywhere. If you were to look at our country here, and I'm not going to go into the history, you need to study, and study hard. What's the meaning of studying hard? Don't just believe the first things you read. Go back, go deeper, check, go see what's happening, learn. You will realize that these struggles are all the same. That's why Nelson Mandela said that South Africa will never be truly free unless and until Palestine is free. Because it's the same thing. You came in, you took the land from the Arabs, and that's why you stick out like a sore thumb in the Middle Eastern region, and people just have to look at you and know you're not from this region. You look at me today, I can never ever lie to you that my ethnicity is Zimbabwean. No, I'm Zimbabwean by birth, I'm Zimbabwean by nationality, but the fact that you look at my face, you can automatically know that I come from somewhere else. Do you not agree? No one can deny that. I'm not saying I'm not a national. I'm a national. I'm loyal to my nation, by all means. But truth be told, are you originally from here and your forefathers, as you claim? Be honest and say, no, we came in 2 generations back or 3 generations back. But for them, they say, let's go back 3,000 years. Well, I have a good idea. Why 3,000? Let's go back to the beginning of everything. Where was Adam from? On earth. Can't we all go anywhere on earth and say, my greatest grandfather had this land, move off, it's mine? The claim you have is the claim I have. If I could go back 3,000 years, I can go back 30,000 years. What's the difference? In fact, it's healthier and stronger and more just to go back 30,000 years. You want to go back to David, I want to go back to Abraham. Abraham had 2 children. Ismail and Isaac, they were brothers. These are cousins fighting for land. And in fact, they are not really cousins, because many of them are actually Caucasian from somewhere else altogether. But for argument's sake, let's say that they are. Don't we all go back to Abraham? So if you claim this, I claim this, because he was also my father, wasn't he? Amazing. But unfortunately, people get angry and upset and emotional And they don't want to sit calm and explain to people, listen, there's a history here. We are people of peace. We've promoted peace from the time we were born, and our fathers promoted it before we were born. And we will live by peace and keep on promoting it. But justice is a part of peace. If you want to know why people are fighting you from the beginning to today, there has to be a reason. They are not stupid. They're not stupid. They're not silly. Why from 1948? These people are living in a constant state of fear, just like the Pharaoh did, yet they are so powerful. They were propped up by other superpowers, propped up. And one of the reasons is because you did wrong, you'll never be at peace. That's what it is. The Pharaoh, he had to kill little babies because one fortune teller told him that there's going to be a baby born from these people who's going to take you off your throne. He got so worried. His sleep was what we would say haram, which means he had no more sleep, no proper sleep. He wanted to kill little kids, small kids. And what was his argument? He said, when they grow older, they're going to bother me. Today, I've heard with my own ears, those same people do it to others, and they use the same excuse. We're going to kill their children and their women because when they grow older, they're going to trouble us. How can you say that? Don't we all believe in the innocence of children? Maybe when those children grew up, they would solve the problem and they would bring about peace, because we were unable to bring it simply because one party wants peace and the other one claims they want peace, but they don't really want peace. May Allah grant us ease. When I sit and I look at the land reform here in Zimbabwe, and I take a look at what happened over the years, and people actually said at that particular time, no, you know what, there's a lot of productivity on the land. How could you take it back and give it to the original people? Islam looked at it one way. Whether there's productivity or no productivity, I don't care. It doesn't belong to you, please give it back. That's all. The only way the problem was solved was that the land was given back.